Welcome to week 3, assignment 3.4.2, creating a customer tracking worksheet for Kalto Security Outlet. Now, the goal of this assignment, as you can see in here, we have also two documents, a Word document that has a list of instructions and also a data file or an Excel file that you would need to apply instructions to. Now, the idea here is a couple things. One is to practice and apply the flash handle. And number two, you're going to also practice the conditional formatting. I know we've practiced a couple of steps of conditional formatting in the last assignment, so we're not going to do this again today. Just use this. This is how the final product should look like. And as you can tell, column F, we have a few rules in conditional formatting in here. We also have some conditional formatting applied in column G as well as in column H. Just follow instructions starting from step number 2 all the way down to 7 to learn how to create rules or new rules within conditional formatting in Excel. Again, we've practiced this in the previous assignment, so you should be okay with steps 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. In this video, what I'm going to show you is how to do step number 1. Okay, and the goal here is to learn how to apply the flash fill to O2 complete the rest of the cells in this column. Now, step number 1, it says we want to apply or add account identifiers for these vendors. So we have vendors, first name, last name, region, as well as vendor number. Step number 1, or this company said, you know what, for each vendor, I'm going to go ahead and create an ID. And the way to define the ID is taking the first initial of the first name, which is John or J, then A, which is the first initial of the last name, followed by the entire vendor number. In this case, it will be 28,689. Again, if you go back to your instructions, that's exactly what the instruction is referring to. So the account ID is determined by taking the first initial of the vendor's first name, which is J in this case for John, the first initial of the vendor's last name, which is A for Abraham, followed by the entire vendor number, which is 28689. Okay. Let's do one for Allison. So that's going to, again, we're not doing any equal sign here. That's not a function. It's only a string or a stream of characters. So characters does not start with a equal sign. Okay. So for Allison, that's going to be A, B. Okay, that's the first initial of her last name, followed by 23988. Let's go ahead and click enter. Now, let's take advantage of the flash fill. And the idea behind flash fill is a feature that it's an algorithm basically. It's a business analytics algorithm where it predicts what needs to come next based on the data that you feed into. So in this case, we're telling the flash fill, okay, well, I have a couple inputs for you. Learn from those inputs to auto-complete the rest of this column. So we're telling flash fill, okay, I'm defining account identifier, taking the first initial last name followed by the vendor number for the first one, doing the same thing for the second one. I want you to go ahead and take those inputs, learn from these two inputs to apply the exact same concept to the rest of the vendors. Let's see if that's going to work. Now, in order to do this, you're going to need to highlight the whole thing. So the training data as well as the new data. Okay, I've seen this in the past where students trying to apply flash fill by only highlighting the new data. Well, it's not really learning anything, okay? You have to teach that flash fill something. Teaching it by simply passing those two IDs, okay? So I'm going to highlight the whole thing, okay? Go to data, and there's an icon here. If you hover over this icon, it'll say flash fill. I'm going to click on it, and it will learn how to apply the new data starting from row number 6 all the way down to row number 16 based on what you have passed as the training data. So if you double check, goes BD, so that's Zilla, okay, 21255. That's JF 24867, okay? And it learned everything. Now, there's some cases that you'll see. Let me actually do Control-C just to undo, okay? Now, if you apply this, sometimes it probably is not going to work. You're probably going to need to pass in one more function or one more data to flash fill to learn more. So you're probably gonna, if it does not do it properly, so just do Control-Z or undo it, then pass one more data to it, highlight the whole thing, and just hit the flash fill to auto complete the process for you. Okay, gonna do it one more time. Now, if you notice right here that the border is gone now, it's really easy to get it back if you just go, click on it and just go to home and just apply the thick bottom border to get this guy back. Hopefully that's helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.